presenting a critical reflection on our global bicycle business simulation, with a focus on both our results and our team dynamics. I, Bontle, will begin by highlighting the positive and negative elements of the simulation experience. Ali will present the key decisions that underpinned our success. Alina will reflect on what we could have done better. Ghazi will provide an evaluation of our overall performance. Sanjaya will discuss how we managed conflict and navigated different communication styles. And finally, Bassam will explain how we created an environment of psychological safety and will conclude our presentation. We will start with our first reflection, the positive and negative elements of the simulation experience. The simulation forced our team to make real business decisions fast, with limited time and under immense pressure. We developed and caught up to the challenge, eventually finishing the simulation and coming first with a huge gap ahead of the rest of our class. The simulation gave us a realistic opportunity to build a company under pressure and to work through the interconnected details that contribute to business success. This experience stretched us beyond our usual career comfort zones, where we typically operate in narrower areas of focus. We grew into our designated roles and made tactical and confident decisions that brought strong results and a winning outcome. Our results are not the only thing that stood out about this experience. It was also a practical leadership lab where we learned about teamwork. Even in the presence of disagreement, we listened to each other's opinions fairly and respectfully, thoroughly discussed and considered all ideas presented. As a last resort, we would use majority vote for decision making. On the negatives, the simulation was intense, tiring, and ran almost non-stop for extended hours. Under fatigue and an overload of information, it became challenging to collaborate seamlessly and stay focused. Working in a diverse team of professional individuals meant that we often had conflict in our ideas, priorities, and risk appetite. We were able to resolve our differences quickly as we had already agreed on a decision-making model. In our first quarter, we made decisions from a frugal mindset. We quickly learned that to build a successful business that holds a large market share requires us to significantly invest money in the development of our product, its sales, and marketing. Unfortunately, our capital did not always allow us to easily make decisions. We were often faced with choosing between remaining liquid or rolling a dice with plans to recover the capital invested.
Hi everyone, this is Ali Al Khalifa. Today I'm going to share with you the most crucial decisions we have made in our business challenge. The number one decision is that before everything, we have prepared ourselves very well and set our plan and strategy of focus. Setting your strategy helped us to take into consideration every data available, analyze it well to understand the customer need, understand the market, and set your plan based on that. Every quarter was a very important quarter for us. The market data was updating. We saw what our competitors were doing, what prices they were setting, how much demand we have lost due to lack of resources, so we can plan our next step based on that. Recreation was a price sensitive product, so how much you price this product is a key toward acquiring a higher volume from a higher market share and attracting more customers toward your brand. Being ahead in opening branches was a plus for us, since we have from quarter one opened web and opened in Bangalore. We took the market data very seriously, analyzed how much we are losing as well as the market demand. We agreed to increase our production levels and acquire not less than 40% of them from the market share. For that, we have decided to expand and increase and develop our products more. For that, we have agreed to have some risk and uh, do it through financing. We studied our cash flow and how soon we can pay it with the expected sales. Now, quarter six, we are ready, and we decided to focus in applying those development to our products, increase our products to acquire more customer segmentation. We focused on a very well pricing for our recreation to help us uh, generate more cash and acquire more market share. The positioning of your products is a very important factor. Now, since we are ready to meet the demand, our resources are ready. We focused on the development, we focused in marketing, as well as a very important part in the market is your earning per share. We paid back part of our loan, which helped us to set our earning per share positive and score higher in the balance scorecard. Thank you all.
Hi guys, my name is Alina and I'd like to share my impressions. Even through V1, we still can improve. Clear decision-making process is extremely important, and there are a few shifts to improve our performance in future simulations. As everyone wants to contribute into the common goal, one of the tips is to use a facilitator to prevent debate traps. And also, a good thing to adopt is to pause and reframe, especially under stress. By labeling emotions and pausing before big decisions, we move from impulsive reactions to conclusions and strategic responses.
Hi everyone, my name is Ghazi. I'm gonna talk about team performance. And reflecting on what worked well, the most important strength was our strong shared identity and alignment around a common goal. We were not only focused on performing well in the task, but also on learning as a team, which helped strengthen collaboration and trust. One practical behavior that improved our teamwork was applying the idea of take space, make space. Team members felt encouraged to contribute while also being mindful of creating room for others to speak. This significantly enhanced participation and balance. We also experienced the impact of active listening. As our listening improved, coordination improved as well, and we developed a stronger sense of psychological safety. This made people more comfortable sharing ideas and asking questions, which ultimately enhanced team performance. Additionally, clear rule understanding helped reduce confusion, communication remained respectful throughout, and there was a strong sense of accountability. While overall performance was strong, we also identified several important areas for improvement. At times, especially when we were under pressure or fatigue, speed took priority over process. This meant we occasionally pushed toward quick closure instead of ensuring full alignment, which risked unresolved disagreement later. Some decisions generated genuine tension within the team. This was not destructive conflict, but rather healthy disagreement arising from competing priorities or perspectives. This experience highlighted how conflict often stems from differences in goals, values, or identity. We also experienced delay in decision making, partly due to hesitation or over consensus seeking. In addition, we sometimes avoided constructive disagreement in order to preserve harmony, which limited deeper discussion. These insights are valuable because they are clearly show where we can improve, particularly in balanced psychological safety with healthy challenge and strengthening our confidence in navigating productive conflict.
Hi, I'm Sanjay. I will talk about how we manage conflicts and different personalities and their communication style, which was one of the main reasons for our success. What helped us from the beginning was that we had already worked together in a previous challenge. This allowed us to understand each other's personalities and communication styles. Some of us were direct, some of us were analytical, others were reflective. Instead of ignoring these differences, we respected them and accommodated them as well. Before starting the simulation, we had a team discussion about importance of everyone's opinion. This built trust. We all agreed that it was safe to disagree, question ideas, and share different opinions without fear of being judged. Our main goal was to create a collaborative way of communication and making decisions. During the simulation, every major decision, may it be pricing, marketing, production, or finance, everyone had a chance to speak. One person would share an idea and others would actively listen. We minimized interruption and tried to understand the reason behind each idea, even if we did not agree at the beginning. There were many situations when we had different of views, especially on critical decisions. But instead of letting those become conflict, we treated them as opportunities. Everyone explained why they believe their opinion is the best. This helped us to reach consensus because we all shared same goal to win the competition as a team. When we couldn't agree, we voted. This made sure that decisions were not controlled by one dominant voice, and everyone was included in the final outcome. We also made effort to include quieter members by inviting their opinion directly as well. To improve further, we could have spent more time at the start letting each person explain how they prefer to communicate and what support they need from the other members as well. We could also have given more space to different style, allowing some people to speak immediately and others to respond later. Overall, our approach to conflict was based on openness, respect, and shared goal. By understanding each other's communication style, creating safe space to disagree, encourage everyone's voice, and using discussions and voting to resolve differences, we turn potential conflict into stronger teamwork, better emotional safety, and better decisions. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bassam. We're filming today in a bicycle shop because during our simulation, our teamwork felt a lot like running a real business. Fast decision, pressure, and different opinion. And in that kind of environment, psychological safety is what keeps a team performing well. Our message that really stayed with us from the course is candor without safety is cruelty. Our goal was not just to be honest, it was to make honesty feel safe. No shame, no punishment, just learning and better decisions. So, what actions we took as a team to build that safety? First, we agreed on a clear norms for disagreement. We challenged ideas, not people. We created space for every voice. We made sure everyone had time to speak, and we used prompts like, what are we missing, guys? Does anyone see it differently? Third, we addressed negativity early and directly. If something felt like gossip, shutting down idea, or harsh tone, we did not ignore it. We reset the conversation with curiosity and directness. We normalized learning from mistakes. Instead of blame, we used language like what happened, what did we learn, what do we change the next time. Mistakes became data, not a drama. We reframed conflict as a teamwork. Disagreement was not personal, it was a sign we cared about getting the decision right. We stayed respectful under pressure. Even when time was short, we kept our tone professional and supportive because pressure is usually when safety breaks first. A real example of what happened during the simulation was we had a moment where our pricing strategy was challenged. The team had different perspectives. Some suggested keeping the price unchanged, others supported increasing it. Others recommended slightly decreasing it to gain more market share. We held an open discussion where everyone felt comfortable sharing their viewpoint. We listened actively, asked clarifying questions, and focused on the trade-off rather than making it personal. After exploring all the options, the majority agreed to reduce the price slightly to strengthen our position in the market, and we confirmed the decision through a quick vote. Once the decision was made, everyone aligned and supported the plan, and we moved forward together. That moment showed we had psychological safety because speaking up improved our outcome as a team. In the end, psychological safety helped us collaborate better, learn faster, and make stronger decisions, especially under the pressure. It was not about avoiding disagreement, it's about creating an environment where disagreement leads to improvement. Our best takeaway was not the score, as much as we loved winning, of course. It was the teamwork behind it. We did not just run a simulation, but we built a team that can handle the real thing. Thank you for watching, and big thanks to Professor Marta, to Professor Irfan, and to all HALT team behind the scenes. Thank you.